Hello, this is Venu from Joyful Nature Creations. The subject of this video is how to relax into nature. So, relaxing into nature. The very first thing I'm going to ask you to do straight out of the bat is to not just observe the visual content in front of you, but to observe your own physical body. Because your body is the one processing all of the imagery and all of the other kind of sounds, the sounds of my own voice, the beautiful birds singing above, and the most subtle kind of nuances like the rippling of the stream beneath my feet here. So, being aware of all the things that I've said, I still want you to zoom all the way back into your own physical body and stay there for a while. Now, just for the next 15 seconds, try to see what is going on inside your own body while also observing the nature scene and here listening to the sounds of my own voice. Observe your breath. The rhythm of your breathing tells a lot about your current state. And try to weave the awareness of your breath into the sounds that are emanating from this video, to almost feel as though you are physically located right here, enjoying all of this beauty with me. Alright, hopefully you've gained some level of comfort now to settle down into the video, but it's one thing to actually ask someone to let go of all their thoughts and concerns and any kind of emotional issues arising in the mind, and to just sit back and relax and focus on something else. But I want to actually show you practical techniques which you can actually practice along with this video, because that is the only way to actually make any progress, be it in the realms of relaxation or mental clarity or any kind of goal that you may have for betterment of your life. So, having provided the background, let's start with a fun game. I want you to engage your vision, engage your eyes again. The eyes of most people are lost in a haze of thoughts. Even though you may be observing the scene in front of your digital screen right now, for most people your mental space is actually located in an entirely different zone. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm presenting a simple challenge to you. All I want you to do is to observe the scene in front of you for the next 30 seconds without cultivating any kind of visual imagery pertaining to any other issues that may be lingering in your mind, or things pertaining to your immediate environment, such as objects you may have placed around your workstation, so on and so forth. So now let us begin this game. For the next 30 seconds, I want your eyes to be locked. So if you like this game, engage your vision, engage your eyes, because your eyes are most likely not located, are not perceiving what is directly in front of you. Engage your eyes and observe any aspect of the details in front of the scene. In order to help people actually enact this, I'm going to provide some amount of commentary, but feel free to ignore the commentary and get lost in your own kind of flow if you prefer that. So now let us begin this game for the next 30 seconds. In front of me, I observe a beautiful cardamom plant. I observe the veins. I observe the diagonal lateral veins. I observe a beautiful vein along the middle. The leaves are alternating in nature. The stems and the stalks are multiple stalks issuing forth from the ground. I am therefore locking my awareness to this particular aspect of the scene, the cardamom plant in the foreground. Now I'm zooming my vision a bit further away onto that very large green stone. As I perceive the green stone, I can't help but wonder, is that moss or is that lichen? As I start drilling into the various strands of green, some of them appearing yellow on account of the evening light being reflected above. There are great stains like deep scars that I perceive all around the stone. And then as I zoom my vision and look up just a bit further, there's an even larger stone, but now with white spots on it. The white spots look like great boils or scars of some kind that the great rains of these parts must have no doubt sculpted and carved out. There are many different beautiful plants actually emerging from this particular stone. They've somehow managed to get a toehold, be it elbowing out the moss, or be it through some tiny crevice that is providing them a toehold and insufficient nutrition. Many tiny plants are peeking out of the stone. And as I look above now towards the skies, I'm seeing rolling masses of great grey clouds hovering above me. The skies look like they're about to erupt at any moment. The birds are well aware and are greatly rejoicing in the back, listening to all of this very, very keenly. I can say that for certain. Alright, so that exercise lasted more than 30 seconds, but I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like personally I've greatly benefited from it myself, because it is not always easy to sit down in front of any kind of scene that is vastly different from your own, the environment you're used to, be maybe your home or maybe any other kind of outdoor space you frequently inhabit. So I feel like I managed to gain a new level of comfort simply by describing the different qualities of all the things in front of me. So this is one way to play. Now I want to try and come up with another game for you. So while I'm bringing this out, you can continue playing the game or observe any other part of the scene, or try to listen to the sounds maybe, and I'll be with you momentarily. Alright, I have a new fun game for you. I want you to identify parts of the scene that are actually moving. Again, engage your vision. For most people, your eyes are not located where they should be. You are not actually perceiving the reality in front of you. Eyes are lost in a haze, some kind of dream image, some kind of mental confusion. For most people, their inner vision is not sufficiently cultivated, so you aren't even able to see or perceive the actual thing that your mental spaces are locked into. Let's try to rectify that now with a fun amount of cleansing in nature. So engage your vision, activate your eyes, look at the scene in front of you. Do not look at something that isn't even present. So look at the scene in front of you, and here's my fun challenge for you. For the next 30 seconds, try to take your eyes, trace them along all the objects in the scene that are moving. Tune out all the stationary things out of your awareness. This is a fun game, so try to raise your eyes across the screen now, across the screen, across your field of vision, and find objects that are actually moving. Again, to help you along, I'm going to provide some commentary for the next 30 seconds. I see some tiny plants to my left, swaying gently, extremely tiny plants. And I also see these great masses of water rolling below. Probably not visible for you, but even though you can't actually see it, try to enjoy that aspect as well, now that you have been made aware of it. And again, above me, up in the skies, I see these great rolling masses. Hopefully it should be easier for you to see now. I see these great rolling masses of grey ominously heading towards my direction. For a few moments more, please enjoy the rolling masses of grey that are now focused onto your screen, hopefully visible for you. What we are really doing here is training your mind to follow a fixed track for it to race along. And by doing so, you are actually training yourself to hold your awareness for longer and longer periods of time. The great tragedy that has occurred to the minds of most humans is that through certain kind of agencies such as excessive use of internet, for example, the kind of mental motions which are very, very common there, where you keep flipping rapidly between one internet page and another, following one link onto another, and then having a gazillion windows open on your preferred device of choice, and then flitting between this and many different other activities. The human brain doesn't enjoy this experience at all. It is extremely stressful. It is extremely stressful for all parts of your being to be put along that kind of track. So hopefully with this fun exercise, it should be easier to train your mind and train your brain and train pretty much all parts of you, really, because it's not really one specific organ or one specific part that is the culprit. A kind of wholesome awareness that enables you to think with clarity. Alright, now follows one last look at the scene in front of us. We are now focused again onto my favorite green mossy stone. It's very, very wonderful for me, because as I perceive this, I feel an enormous amount of relief and relaxation entering into me. If you like, you can try and explore this kind of feeling yourself and see if you are able to connect with what I'm trying to say. Or you can enjoy my beautiful cicada friends who are greatly rejoicing above along with us. Alright, I'm going to listen to my cicada friend and follow along. Clearly this is what nature wants. A quick round of listening now, a listening exercise. I want you to listen to all of the sounds in this environment, along with the sounds being emanated by your own body, and try to weave them into a single strand of awareness. Again, the sounds of your body, the rhythm of your breath, the emanations of your gastric system, even the things like the flow of your blood, if you can attune yourself to that. I want you to merge and weave that entire stream of awareness along with the roar of the cicadas above, along with the many different kinds of animals all around me behind, along with, of course, the numerous birds, along with the seemingly unlimited number of insects inhabiting these parts. And silent approach of the grey clouds looming above us. So let us perform this opportunity, let us take good use of this opportunity now and perform this exercise for the next 30 seconds. Please continue listening to the sounds of your body and the sounds of the environment. You can also weave in the sounds of my own voice if you like, or you can kind of place it aside. It's up to you. But engage your ears now. In the first section, you engaged your eyes. Once again, the ears of most people are also not where they are supposed to be. The eyes are located, the eyes are perceiving something completely far removed from the reality. The ears are also listening to something completely far removed from the sounds of your environment. That is the exact opposite of how a wild animal would behave. Wild animals are so good at what they do because their eyes and their ears are constantly engaged. So once again, try engaging your ears. I'm going to stay silent now for the next 30 seconds to facilitate this. Alright, thanks a lot for staying with me so far into the video. In this final section, we are going to do something very interesting. This is a tree which fell just a few moments before I arrived here to share the space with all of you. And I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity and actually hold and feel and touch this particular tree, as you can see here. And I want you to really feel the sensation of touch, tactile perception, the bark of this tree in the same manner that I am doing now. Don't worry about how you're actually going to be able to do this, but just try it out. Imagine that you are the one actually feeling this, feeling the very uniquely textured surface of this particular tree. Because we have now activated our senses of vision, our senses of hearing, but now we also need to activate the sense of touch. It is quite abnormal for any kind of animal or any entity in nature to be so far removed from nature that they are unable to touch something as fundamental a part of nature as a tree, as the bark of a tree. Your body should be touching and scrubbing against and rubbing many different kinds of trees several times a day. There is immense amounts of relaxation to be had in doing this. Again, I wouldn't advise that you pick any kind of random nature scene for this, because not all nature scenes are created equal, and when it comes to things like touch, you do need to be a bit mindful of ensuring that the overall ambience is to your liking, and many other kinds of more subtle factors which I can't quite discuss in this video, but maybe we can talk about later for folks who are interested in that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm really enjoying this experience. So that is what I'm trying to transmit to you, the sensation of touch, of a very, very woody, barky texture. One thing I really enjoy about trekking through the hills is to really grasp trees with my hands for support as I'm heading through very difficult kind of terrain. And the whole motion of being able to very, very firmly grab hold of a tree and then anchor your entire body and pull your body weight with that. It's very wonderful sensation. So again, the goal being relaxation. I'm going to tune back into my favorite greenstone from this particular perspective. Now for the final section of this video, I would like you to relax in any manner that you find fit. I'm going to relax by listening to my beautiful insect friends, my beautiful bird friends, because they are clearly having a blast and enjoying this transmission. As I can tell from a great amount of experience in being with them. But I request you to relax in any manner that you find fit. I'm just going to hold on to this tree now with one of my hands tucked all around it, because I find this to be extremely comforting and extremely empowering as well. It's a very kind of unique sensation. Well, I'm clearly just enjoying this so much that I don't feel like I'm just going to stay here for a while and do this thing. You can feel free to enjoy the scene in any manner that you deem fit. There is an immense amount of relaxation building up in my system now. I hope that you, the viewer, are able to experience some part of it as well. Between the time when I first started making this video and now, I'm feeling absolutely wonderful. Once again, my hero and my savior, beautiful nature, has really uplifted me. And I'm glad to have been able to have captured this entire experience and transmit it to you. There is a very, very wonderful thawing action going on right now, where the energies of the entire environment are pretty much gearing up for what is a massive event of sunset. For most people, things like sunrise and sunset are just something they don't even think much about. But when you are part of a nature scene like this, I've been sitting here for quite a while now. When you become a part of a nature scene, you feel every single flow and ebb, and you feel the motion of the sun, and sunrise and sunset is such a massive event in your system. Alright, that's it for this particular episode of Relaxing into Nature, of Joyful Nature Creations, of learning how to meditate with nature, meditating with nature, any and all of these topics. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation. I'm feeling absolutely wonderful right now, and I really would like to think that you have received a small part of this enjoyment as well. Feel free to watch this video again as many times as you like, because your ability to receive a lot of the feelings that I'm trying to transmit is entirely dependent upon the kind of environment and the time of the day and your overall mental and bodily state in which you are watching. So even if you feel like you aren't able to resonate entirely with the content on the first watch, maybe you like the presentation but certain aspects you just couldn't connect with, do try watching it again, because any kind of creative work requires several iterations of re-listens and re-watches to actually be able to connect with what is being presented. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to watch it again as well. So if you enjoyed the content, please do let me know, and do subscribe to this particular YouTube channel and the website. And we are most certainly going to visit a lot more awesome nature spaces from time to time. So thanks a lot for watching again, and I'm going to end with this beautiful green stone because I really just like everything about you. So relaxing into nature, as still as a stone, though grey skies roll above me, I am calm, I am pristine, and I am serene on my own. Alright, just an ad hoc poem for you to complete this particular video. I hope you enjoyed it, and for those of you who enjoyed this particular viewpoint, this particular perspective, here is an extended section. I'm going to just let this particular viewpoint stay here for a minute. Please enjoy it to the fullest. My arms wrapped around a tree that fell only but a while ago, I dreamed a dream of many green things. Staring into the skies above. Alright, thank you for tolerating this extended outro section. I'm just enjoying the space so much right now, and hugging this particular tree feels wonderful, the space feels wonderful, the birds are all rejoicing greatly. That's the only reason I've extended this video by a significant amount of margin. I hope that the additional content proves beneficial to you as well, and thanks a lot for watching. Hello everyone, this is Venu. I'm someone who loves nature, now bringing you the website Joyful Nature Creations. The goal of this site is to help you be more productive, to help you live more life, to inspire you to create more, and ultimately to help you learn how to meditate and take control of your life and win. There are three main pillars of this website. The first is a series of nature talks known as Nature and Venu, where I shall take you through all the beautiful nature spots around me, and we shall have fun in nature, contemplating, observing her, getting lost in all the beauty, and having fun together in nature. The second pillar is productivity for artists and creators, energy management. Whether you're someone who's a creative or someone who's involved in a profession where you need to be very prolific, where you need to really create a lot of things, get a lot of work done, I can show you techniques where you can maximize your productivity and output. Provide more background about myself. Some of you may already know me as the developer of the nature game on Steam, Nature and Life, Drunk on Nectar. This is a game, a complete ecological simulation that I've been building all on my own for the past 6 years now, encompassing digital art, technology and music and all kinds of different mediums together. And I've learned a lot of things along the way that I can now pass along to you. So I'm excited to be able to share all of this information with you now at last. The third pillar that I had to offer is learning how to meditate with the help of nature. Nature provides the most solid foundation for, in a world where most people have lost the ability to focus even for a brief period of time. Nature provides the answer. Nature can rejuvenate your mental structures. Nature can rejuvenate all of your capacities to sit and focus and really take charge of your life again. We live in a very challenging world environment where most people are helpless and completely at the mercy of their local environment, their environmental factors, so on and so forth. In my opinion, meditation is the best answer, the most practical and effective way of taking control of your life so that you can live life the way you want to live it, not the way the world wants you to live. And again, nature is the solid foundation. Nature is the core of everything that I have to offer, be it the techniques of meditation, be it productivity or energy management, or be it just hanging out with nature as we are doing in these videos. Nature is the core focus. There's a lot of content already in there on the website joyfulcreation.io. Again, the name of the site is joyfulcreation.io. So please feel free to check that out, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website as well. I will be creating more content in the future as well. Whether you are a creative professional or someone from any other walk of life, I'm sure that there's a lot that you will learn. There's going to be some very valuable information for a lot of people. If you are someone who resonates with this kind of presentation and all that I'm offering now, you're probably going to like the content in there a lot. So please do check it out. And thanks a lot for watching. Now let us conclude this video with a celebration of music and dance with nature. Nature is bliss, nature is home, nature all around us, nature for victory. Joyful creation, joyful nature, joyful nature creation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check out the website again, joyfulcreation.io, and I look forward to sharing more of nature all around me and within me and within you and all of us and all of this together on this channel and on the website. I wish you a very wonderful day today. Thanks a lot for watching.